Again, glad to have everybody tuning in on the late night tip. Excuse me. How's everybody's night going so far? I hope everybody has had a productive day, and I hope you've been constructive. All right. Chop up game with the family on the late night tip. This is one of those ask Tariq anything, and I see some of the white supremacists up in here. I'm not going to let y'all come in and babble and just troll just to be trolling. I'm not going to do that. But let me get some other family in here. Whatever's on your mind, I'll chop it up with me. I'm just checking in on the FBA family and the other family abroad to see how everybody's doing. Let me know what's on your mind on this lovely, lovely evening. It's Saturday night. A lot of you guys are on here right now, which is good. That means you're not out in the streets getting into no good trouble. We don't want that. Y'all need to be in the crib, chilling, putting your thinking caps on and chopping it up. All right, so we got a few people in here. We got the real DJ Full Moon. Let me get him in here. DJ Full Moon. What's up, brother? What's up, DJ Full Moon? And when I bring you on, hop on, guys. Don't get in the.
Yo, what's good, Flex? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's on your mind, man?
Yo, what's good? Congrats on your newborn too, bro.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, what I wanted to really speak on. Did you see the TV show Porters?
What, Porter?
Yeah, Porter.
No. What's that about?
It's about the railroad, the black workers. But I remember a while back you spoke on that about them listening in to like the numbers and stuff. And I was wondering, yeah. And I was just wondering, did they actually hear your show? Because it sounded like what you spoke on, they put it out. It's on BET Plus.
Wow, I didn't know. Okay. So yeah, look, let me hear. They a lot of these writers and showrunners, they watch what I do. They watch, especially the writers of the show Atlanta, and I know I like that show, but you can clearly tell they've been watching the show because I see stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all got that directly from the broadcast. But I want to try to see that Porter's show. I want to see. I haven't even heard about it, but it's on BET Plus.
Yeah,
I'll look
check it
into
out.
it. I'll look into that
But
because
I
I've
donated to the
spoken.
museum, and man, just
Okay, thank you so much, brother. You was talking over me. I talked about the porters before, how important the black porters were, especially up there in the Bay Area. Where are my Bay Area people? That's why a lot of those Bay Area cats got a lot of game. You had one of the black porter headquarters up there in the Bay Area. And what would happen was a lot of these porters would go all around the country. That was the internet before the internet. These brothers would go around the country on those trains, learn a lot of game, find out what was happening in other cities, find out the styles, find out the kind of music people were listening to, find out what they were doing to make money, find out the latest dances, just everything. And they would come back to the Bay and bring that information back. That's why the Bay Area has a long history of just being gamed up. What's up, DJ? Well, no, the original people. That's his name. What's up, man?
What's up with it, man? The original people, man. You know, I'm out of Sacramento, California. But when you gonna have that debate with Dan Calloway, man? Y'all need to get that out the way, man.
A debate for what?
I don't know, for y'all topics. It seems like y'all got y'all little issues going on. Y'all might as well just go on and have a good conversation about whatever y'all got y'all discrepancies about.
And what am I gonna get out of that?
I mean, it's just good for the people. Y'all both come with a lot of information. That's what it's for the people, right?
What information is he coming with that's constructive?
Y'all, you talking FBA, he talking about indigenous. Y'all seem like y'all crossing the same path. So I mean, like, I would figure y'all would have a good conversation. I mean,
so do you believe? Slow down, brother. Do you believe that Harriet Tubman didn't exist?
I don't want to get into all that part, bro.
No. If you say somebody has good information, and then I ask you about the bullshit that they put out, and you say you don't want to get into that, You don't even want to debate that. So why should anybody with common sense want to debate that? I didn't mute you, brother. Turn your microphone on, sir. I haven't muted this guy. He muted himself. You see, when people start saying stuff and then they realize how stupid they sound? I didn't mute this dude. See, there's a time for silly stuff and there's a time for serious stuff. Goofy stuff like that, dude. Notice nobody can really defend that nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? Let's stop that. You can't defend nonsense. And that's a perfect example right there. It's not your job to sit here and give clout to clowns for your entertainment because you get off on clown shit. Don't work like that. And he hung up himself. He realized how stupid he sounded. See, that's that prison babble. A lot of folks want to get in intellectual circles and just start babbling on some prison shit. They don't really have anything constructive. They just want to see goofy chatter. Those kind of cats, watch out for them, family. There's people who try to come around intellectual circles and they don't want to bring anything constructive. They sit here and they want the stuff to be like WWE for their own goofy lowbrow entertainment, and that's not what we do. Now, if you want lowbrow, go watch one of my puppet shows because I can do lowbrow, but I take that out of the intellectual circles. You see, there's a time and place for that. Now, we're going to address lowbrow stuff. I got puppet shows for that. If you want clown shows, I have clown shows for you over there. But when we're talking about something intellectual, we keep the clown stuff over there. You see? Watch those kind of cats talking about debating a clown and what the clown can bring to the table. And then when you ask this dude, do you believe what the clown is saying? I don't want to get into that though. Exactly. You don't even want to debate that garbage nonsense because you know it's nonsense. Let's stop playing. When something is nonsense, it's just nonsense. Stop trying to act like it's something that's kind of deep just so you can see people go back and forth and waste time. I don't waste time on clown stuff when I'm talking about intellectual stuff. When it comes to clowning, I'll devote 5 or 10 minutes to that. I'll do a nice cool roast and then I'll keep it pushing. Usually I destroy somebody's career within 5 or 10 minutes, like I did the lame Helligay dude. His career was destroyed in 5 minutes. This dude is a non-factor and they know it. There's nothing to debate. You don't debate with clowns or give these fools clout. I destroyed this dude's complete career, which he didn't really have, in 5 minutes with a damn puppet. They can never come back from the puppets. That's why I like roasting dude with puppets. When I roast dudes with puppets, you notice they never come back the same. It's hard to come back from a puppet roast. Let me get some more people. What's up? Let me get Sir Major in here. Let me get the homie Sir Major. What's up, Sir Major?
Tariq, what's going on?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. Just wanted to know were you aware of the new project that was released on yesterday by Anthony Anderson? It's a new movie called A Dream Delivered. It's about the lost letters of an emancipated slave. His name was Hawkins Wilson. Did you see the project?
No. What's that about?
It's about letters that this emancipated slave wrote to the Freedmen Bureau and also trying to find his lost siblings when he was split up. So it's a dope project, just got released yesterday.
I gotta look into that. What platform is it on?
It's gonna be on
ABC.
Yep. So great question. Hulu. I'm sorry. It's gonna be on Pluto TV. It's also on Ancestry.com. and then also CBS Paramount News.
Okay. I got to look into that. That sounds interesting. It definitely sounds interesting. But thank you for the call, brother. I'm gonna look into
Thanks.
that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got to check that out. I'm all about good intellectual, good historical programming. I'm all for that because we need it, man. The stuff that we got on TV now is garbage, man, and there's so many agendas with the stuff now. So anything that's going to give some constructive information, I'm all for that. All right. Let's get Javel in here. Let's get Javel. What's up, Javel? Javel, let's turn your microphone on, sir. Javel, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds, Javel. Y'all can't slow the vibe down with janky phones, brother. Javel. All right, let's get Rashim, the realtor, in here. Y'all have your phone game in order. All right, we can't slow the game down because your phone is janky.
Rashim,
Rashim, how are you, man? What's on your
doing
mind?
good, man. Yeah, so I'm calling because on the topic of politics, do you think that the mayor is a good position for someone to run, like with the FBA agenda, the reparations agenda? You think the mayor is a position with some power to do anything about that?
That would be good. It would be a little more difficult for in that position because you definitely need a lot of money behind it, but that's doable. Also, city council positions that's the easiest. That's something that's definitely more feasible. But yeah, I would say the mayor thing too, just so we can get the messaging out. Because look, with the whole thing with we're running our brother Marcel Dixon, we signal boosted the message of reparations. And if you look at the news cycle and some of the articles that's been coming out this week, people are talking about how reparations is a hot topic all over the country right now. And that is because of the grassroots. We have been pushing that message from the grassroots and we've been very consistent with it. So now we're forcing that dialogue to be had with the dominant society, and the mainstream media has to cover it now. So going back to your conjecture about having a person running as mayor, just for that reason alone, it would be okay and smart to run somebody as a mayor. So again, we can get the reparations information out there. So the the purpose is to get the message out. If you win, that's the icing on the cake. Just like with our brother Marcel, we were already winning just because we had a nationwide promotion of our brother getting the message out. He was on a lot of forums, a lot of television shows, a lot of online shows. So we were winning with getting that message out. If he won or if he whatever, that would have been the icing on the cake. He didn't win, but that's still cool. We got the message out. The name of the game is to get a lot of our FBA brothers and sisters in the political arena to get out there and run and boost the message. Now, brother, you thinking about running?
Yeah, so this is my last deployment is coming up this fall, and so my plan is I want to run for mayor of Atlanta.
Okay, that would be cool. We got to know some stuff about you and your background, and what your policies are, and how can you articulate yourself when you're having a debate or you're answering questions. That's very important. Like our brother
Hmm.
Marcel, he was sharp as a tack when it came to addressing and debating the issues. So again, now what's your name? What's your full name, brother? Ron?
Rashim Jackson.
Okay, so let's chop it up, man, and let's see where your head is, and let's see what we can try to put together, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the call. See, we need brothers and sisters ready to go out here and run for office. We absolutely need that. That's something that we need. We need brothers and sisters who can articulate the talking points and get that message out there. What we don't want crash dummies for the message. We don't want people who can just say some of the words, but they can't really articulate it that good. Like, for example, the Republicans are going through that with Herschel Walker right now. Herschel Walker is basically their crash dummy, and he's a celebrity face, and they want him to push some of these white supremacist messages. but he's so damn remedial, and he got them blows to the head, he can't even articulate it good enough. And his background is such a mess. You know, they done found out he got some extra kids that nobody knew about, so they're just running him through the ringer. Um, he can't debate nothing, and even when he's just doing a speech, he's struggling through the speech. He's getting the letters all wrong. They had him out there trying to talk about CRT. Remember that? He was calling it every other thing besides CRT. But the problem is with the schools, all of these DCRs, and they trying to teach all of the PYT in the schools. And he's just getting the letters mixed up. Oh my God. But he's their crash dummy. You know, what we don't need crash dummies. We need people who can articulate what the messaging is and get the point across very clearly and very concise. All right. Let me get some more people in here. Let's get Tanisha Grant. Let's get Tanisha Grant in here. Tanisha Grant. What's up, Tanisha Grant? How,
On me. How you doing?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, I want to say I'm a fan. I want to say that you changed my life with Hidden Colors. I'm from New York
Yeah.
City. I know we're talking about reparations and stuff, but I really just wanted to pick your brain about something that I saw tonight, and it really disturbed me. So I'm from New York City, and Harlem, and I have a community-based
Mhm.
organization, grassroots for real. We don't take grants. I run on donations and private sponsors of people who see me doing the work. I give Black children high-quality laptops. I've given almost 600 children laptops since the pandemic because the institutions is not doing it right. And I know the power of
Right.
who we are and that we can do anything if we do it together. So that's what I've been doing. And so I was on Instagram tonight and I saw that Beyonce is dropping some type of album, and it's supposed to be some type of CD. Like, people don't really know what it is, but people are giving up their money like hotcakes. And it really disturbs me how we will make someone whose children's children will be wealthy if I never speak of her again and we don't put that effort into our community. Like, I just wanted to know what were your thoughts on that?
Okay. Good question. And thank you for the call. But good question. But here's the thing. With Beyonce, that's fine. And we shouldn't pocket watch singers and entertainers. We shouldn't pocket watch because people give money to who they trust. All right. That's the thing. People give money, and this is a lesson for the family. You want to learn how to accumulate resources and capital. People will give money or spend money with people they trust. People like a certain consistency. With Beyonce, this is an artist who people can trust who will make good music. They know when Beyonce drops something, it's going to be hot. They're going to get good music. They're going to get the fanfare. They're going to get all the flyness. So people trust in that. People will pay top dollar for something that they trust. That's very important. And then when you say, and a lot of people will say, well, how come they'll give their money to Beyonce? They'll give their money to Drake or Jay-Z, but they won't do something for the community. They won't do something for this nonprofit group. The problem is a lot of these little community groups, a lot of people don't know about them, and a lot of people don't trust them yet. They haven't earned the trust of the community. That's very important to, for real, get out here and gain the trust of the community and let people know who you are. Really get your name popping so that you are very consistent. Because the sister said she gave 600 laptops away, but I'm not sure how many people in Harlem heard of her. I've never heard of her organization. Um, you have to be a person who's out here letting folks know who you are, letting your brand be known because your name is your brand. And you have to have a trustworthy brand. People have to know that whatever you say, you're going to deliver on it. When you are consistently a person who will deliver on what you say you're going to do, people will have no problem investing, contributing to any project you have. Family, there's a reason why. My nonprofit, my organization, we got $1 million in a month. That's unprecedented. The reason why people trust me, people know that I'm going to deliver exactly what I said. Every time I say I'm going to deliver something, not only do I deliver it, I go above and beyond. Like the sister said, she loved the Hidden Colors films. When we started doing the Hidden Colors film and started doing crowdfunding for that, people didn't know what it was going to be. I made it above and beyond what it was going to be. It became a classic that changed the game. In every project, I try to make them outdo each other. Buck Breaking, that was my last film. That took everybody by surprise because we had to go above and beyond. People were so shocked that we over delivered with the message. We gave so much game, it blew people's minds. The movie shot to #1 when we put it out. We put out Buck Breaking last year on Amazon. It outsold every movie. I'm talking about it was the #1 movie. That was shocking the game. The movie's become so successful, it's almost a gift and a curse. I'm going to deliver overboard. Whenever people get involved with my projects, I make sure to go above and beyond. People know that we're going to give good quality product. They trust that. The trust thing is very, very important. You got to be a trustworthy person. Here's the problem. You got a lot of folks who sit here and say they want to do things for the community and they are not trustworthy. They turn it into a finesse. They say they're going to do this for the kids, they're going to do this for the community, and they never deliver. And people see that consistently all the time, and that leaves a bad taste in their mouth. So you just can't run around and say, hey, look at me. My name is such and such, and I want to do something for the kids and expect people to just open up their wallets. It's not going to happen. You got to earn people's trust. There's too many people who try to use consciousness. They try to use children. They try to use community activism in order to finesse folks. Just like with the Black Lives Matter organization, they sat up here. We peeped their whole game a long time ago. Those women running around talking about, oh, we got to stop this police violence against these black men. And by the way, immigrants and trans lives matter too. Send us some money. It's a lot of folks got a bad taste in their mouths about these nonprofit groups out here exploiting the lives of the community. You see. So you got to be a trustworthy person. What's up? We got what's up, Anonymous Miami? What's going on, Anonymous? What's up, Anonymous? Turn your microphone on, man. All right, Anonymous, you want to say something? Or did you just want to breathe on the phone? Anonymous, where you at, man? All right. So you didn't have anything to say. Let's get Oceans in here. Oceans.
Hey, Tariq. So Tariq.
What's up, What's up, man?
Not much. I'm just curious. I'm a long-time follower. I enjoy listening to your Instagram account and your Twitter account. I was just curious. I have my opinion, but I'm just wanting to hear what your stance are on this Lizzo and this RuPaul, because they seem to be getting a lot of media attention, and I don't hear anything about like the more serious people that are out there. Speaking of Kaepernick, Kaepernick's doing his own thing, but he's getting just negative press by. I keep hearing Lizzo and RuPaul and Billy Porter. I was curious what you think about that, because I guess body positivity
Now,
could be
Billy,
good.
what did it stop? Slow down, bro. Slow down. Now, what have they been saying about Billy Porter? What they been talking
Well,
about him?
Billy Porter's been that silliness, like during Black Lives Matter, he we're like having national discussion about Black Lives Matter and police brutality, and he wants to talk about homophobia in the black community. He tried to have that conversation, then he wants to turn around the black people, which is ridiculous.
Oh, that's kind of old. Okay, brother, okay, okay. This brother might have just got out of jail or something. That Billy Porter has not really been a factor. I get where he's coming from, but the brother's using very old references. Okay, the stuff you're talking about, we talked about like 2 years ago. So, family, you got to kind of be up to date with a lot of stuff you talk about. We can't afford to be behind. As black folks, man, we got to be ahead of the curve. You can't call up talking about, man, did you hear that Gary Coleman died? What the hell? I think it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, man. Gary Coleman was perfectly healthy. I don't know why he died. He died, man. I believe the Illuminati got him. He knew something. No, 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 no. You can't be 2 years behind. Talking about Lizzo and RuPaul. They haven't no. What are you talking about, dude? Okay. Okay. You gotta be up to date. Now I kind of get the gist of where he's coming from, because what they do, they promote other people. They promote these agendas. What they promote is a lot of non-procreative sex, and they use black people to do that. I was talking about that last night. If you look at television and the movies, almost every black person that you see on television and movies now is going to be a part of some sexual agenda. Almost all of them. And all of them are going to be in situations where they engage in non-procreative sex. That's not by accident. They want to promote us not procreating. That's a form of eugenics, guys. I want y'all to understand that. And we can't go for the okie doke. This is y'all really need to watch Buck Breaking. We break all of this stuff down in the movie Buck Breaking, man. This is the same stuff they used to do on plantations. They would de-gender black people on plantations. They would basically erase your gender, so they would dehumanize you. They would treat the women as men and the men as women. That's why Sojourner Truth had that speech, and ain't I a woman? Y'all treat me like a damn man. Ain't I a woman? That was her speech. Yeah, they used to put black kids, black slave boys in dresses. It was very common for them to put them in dresses. A lot of black men were coming off the plantations as cross dressers. We talked about that in the movie Buck Breaking. Peter Sawali is a black man, left the plantation, went up there to New York working as um, a female impersonator out here finessing white men in the streets, and he had a major case in New York about him. We break this stuff down. We broke down so many different cases and scenarios and historic facts. So, go see the movie Buck Breaking. Phenomenal film. Let me get some more people in here. Let's get Sophia Nicole. Let's get Sophia Nicole in here.
Hi.
Hi, Sophia Nicole.
How you doing? Congratulations on your new bundle of joy.
Thank you so much. She's sitting right here chilling. So what's on your mind, dear?
Wonderful. My daughter, her name is Amaria, and she was like, he almost named his baby my name. So
I know. It's close. Close. Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to ask you, have you seen that show, The Man That Fell to Earth? It is quite interesting.
What's it on? What platform is it on?
It's on Showtime. It's quite interesting.
What's it about?
It's about actually this extraterrestrial. It comes. David Bowie was in it the first part, so he was the first alien. It came like in the 70s. They did the movie, and then now it's a continuation of that. And the main characters are black. They're foreigners, but they're black, and the message is very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna peep that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Showtime, my brother Nas, he has a documentary about the Supreme Team from Queens, and I really want to see that. I saw the trailer, and the trailer looks real fly. So I got to find out when that's coming on. I really want to see that. So there's a lot of stuff I got to catch up on some of these shows. Anonymous, you back up, man? You wanna try it again, Anonymous? Let me try you one more time. Okay, hold on one second. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get who's this person? Let's get this brother has a lot of K and X. Let's get K and X in here. We got a lot of other letters in here, but It's KNX. What's up, KNX? All right, let's get Miss T Note in here. Miss T Note, let's get her in here. All right, how many folks we got in the room right now? Okay, 800 people in here on a Saturday night. Miss T Note, wait. Oh, let me unmute. All right, Miss T Note. My bad, I had you muted. Let's get KNX first, then I get Miss T Note.
Yo, what's happening, Tariq?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, bro?
Man, bro, I've been listening to you for a minute. Since this is an ask you anything situation, I just wanted to say how funny you were. It was one of your Mac lesson videos a while back when you was talking about Morgan Freeman and he got caught up and you made that little impersonation. Do you remember that shit?
I don't remember. What did I say?
You was
What did
like, you think it's all good until you start hitting them with that old game, like it's all pretty than a Sunday morning, some shit like that. And that shit was funny, dog.
Find the clip for me, man, because that was that was a decade or so ago. So I don't be remembering none of that. Find the clip for me. Sometimes people send me clips from my old Mac lesson show, and I'll be dying laughing. I'm like, I forgot I said that stuff.
That shit
Yeah,
was hysterical, homie.
yeah. Find the clip for me, man. That would be great. I got to hear that. Thank you for the call. Let me get some more folks in here. Let me get who is this person? Let's get Kenny T in here. Let's get Miss Kenny in here. Let's get Miss Kenny T in here. All right, Miss Kenny T. And yeah, Kenny T, where you at? Then I get Shad Thugger in here. We got a few folks in here. Kenny T, Shad Thugger. Where you at, Kenny T?
Hi, Tariq. Congratulations
Hey,
on the new baby. Um,
thank you.
Good. Hi, Black family. I hope everyone's having a good night so far. Really quickly, I wanted to just piggyback on what you were saying about, when we're not the pocket watch part of it, but when we're trying to do things for the community and some support, how it sometimes, it can be frustrating when you feel that you're really trying to do something good. But myself, I've had to learn, hey, people don't know who you are. And like you're saying, there are a lot of people that come in and try and finesse the community. So the important thing that I'm learning is to do your best, do a good job, try and put out something quality, like you said, and what you always model for us, and then let people see. So next time when you come back, they know, okay, this is something that's real. It's something that I can support and to just play past the haters. And that's all I wanted to say.
Yes, thank you so much, beloved. Yeah, man, you gotta be trustworthy and you gotta be consistent and you gotta be a person of your word. You gotta be thorough. You just gotta be very thorough. Harajuku. Wait, what's your name? Harajuku. Hello. We got one of these tethers. Okay, we got one of these folks who's trying to get their green card and they're going through some struggles. Let's get Shad. Let's get
What's
Shad.
up? What's
What's up?
up, Tariq?
What's up, man? What's going on with you?
I'm fine. Congratulations on your baby.
Much respect, man. Thank you so much. So, what's on your mind, fam?
I'm gonna ask you a legit an educational question, but I just want you to know this is the guy who got called up a few years ago. I just want you to know it's me. Yeah,
I,
but
dude, I don't remember. What do you mean? You're the guy who called up a few years? I don't remember. What are you talking about?
I'm the young guy who called up asking why you blocked me. The reason I didn't say that is because I was a little shy. That's
Nigga,
all.
I don't remember none of that. You're calling as if I remember any of that. When did you call up? What did we talk about, brother?
On Instagram, but I didn't call up to ask you about it. But I'm the one who had called. You had posted the video like when I had asked why did you block me? But I ain't come here to argue about that or nothing. I just
But
want
I have no idea, brother. I talk to many, many people every day. I don't even remember, brother. I just don't remember what the scenario was. But it's okay. But what's on your mind? I'm here to work with you. What's on your mind, brother?
Um, yeah. How did Black Wall Street happen in an era where Black people um couldn't get a job because we couldn't even drink from the same water fountains as whites, and like I just wondered like how did the Black folks get the money to build Wall Street, because you said they had airports and mansions and stuff like that. Is that
I didn't
is
say
that
they didn't have airports. No, they didn't have airports at that time, but many of them had mansions. They had very successful businesses. And what they would do, they would bounce their money within the community. From what I understand, the money in Black Wall Street would bounce when people spend money, it would bounce around 30 times before the money left the community. As of now, black money bounces once. It comes in and goes right out of black society. Black Wall Street, what they would do if a person had money, let's say a person working as a maid, they would come in, spend that money within the community on a black grocery store. The black grocery store owner would go to a black doctor. That black doctor would go to a black shiner or a shoe repairman. That black shoe repairman would take that dollar and go to some black handyman to build his house. The black handyman would get that money and go to black hairdressers and barbers. See what I'm saying? The money stayed in the community. They had
yeah.
several businesses that they bounced their money to, and they became very wealthy. That's how. That makes
Oh,
sense?
yes, because I know you need money to make money, but like I was just like wondering how they got their money in a time where they couldn't get a job, because like the way I think, like I know I need to like get a job, which I have one now. I need to get a job to get this money before I can start my own business. So that's why I had asked that question.
Right. Well, the thing is, what they would do, they would employ each other. They had enough money aggregated where there were black people who could employ each other. They had hotels, they had banks, and they would hire each other. They would hire each other for the barbershops. So they had enough money and resources and capital to hire each other. Now, there were some black people who would work outside the community as maids. Some would work as porters. Some would work as field hands or whatever. But they would bring the money back and circulated around the black community. And that's how they got all that money. And they got the money because for a long time they were not sabotaged, because in Oklahoma the white supremacists were a little bit different than the white supremacists in the South. In the South, the white supremacist usually lives right across the tracks from black folks. They live in very close proximity, so they're seeing black folks on a daily basis. Black people are giving them their money on a daily basis. So white folks had a transactional relationship with black folks. Even when they lived in segregated housing, black people would still spend their money on white businesses. Whereas in Oklahoma, the white people were like, y'all niggas just go on that side of town and we don't even want to see you. And black people were like, cool. And then when white people peeped their head around the corner a few years later, they saw all of that money these black folks had. And then they said, we got to stop this. That's when the massacre happened. So that's what it is, man. Thank you for the call, brother. Yeah, man. The people in Black Wall Street, man, they bounced and they circulated that paper. That's why it's very important, to find trustworthy black businesses and projects and get down with that and invest in that and spend with that. I really go out of my way to try to find black businesses, black restaurants, any black folks, especially out here in LA, because black folks are so scattered. I try my best to find black folks to do business with them. When we do films, we had it's a black owned business, Grill Fresh. They're on Crenshaw, right down the street from Nipsey's shop. I had them do the catering for my movie 1804. Love the food. Love the food. It was another sister. Um, she has a business. She's from Compton, I think, called Meek Mills. That's her catering business. She catered my last movie. So I always try to bring some black businesses and projects that I do, um, just so we can have that camaraderie, so we can circulate our money together and do business together. And that's how you get your strength. Let me get a couple of more calls in here. I think we're having some decent conversations tonight. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get on, by the way. 'Cause we got like 800 and something people in here. Raise your hand. Let's get brother Marlo Manny in here. We're going to get Marlo. Raise your hand if you want to get on. All right. What's up, brother Marlo?
Peace and power and reparations, Flex, and congratulations on your newborn. I was like, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah, man, my baby girl has a head full of hair. Beautiful, beautiful child. She looks like a little baby Tony Braxton.
But
Yes, indeed.
I want you to give me a little Mac lesson right here.
Yeah.
I was do you separate politics from your relationship just in general? Because I was talking to this, girl, and I was upset because, the whole narrative about black people are homophobic. I didn't like it. And she was just trying to say, gay people and black people issues are the same. And I was like, nah, they're not the same. They're not the same.
Well, oh yeah. Now, was she FBA? That don't sound like an FBA person saying
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
she was like her both her family is like from Chicago, but she didn't, she didn't grow up with her father, and she's kind of LGBT herself, she's bisexual, so that's what that really
Oh,
heard from.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's somebody you got to watch out for, because the people who talk like that, they try to make their sexuality a priority that makes them something other than black. They think if they claim some type of sexual allegiance that makes them different from other black people, red flag, red flag, red flag. Because look, as a person who's supposed to be about empowerment, you want to date other people who's not going to thwart your empowerment,
Right,
and you want to get with people that you can build something with. If you're trying to build some black economic power, and just black power and black empowerment in general, you don't want nobody who's going to try to prioritize some sexual behavior. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Uh, because they will ultimately undermine you. And if a person doesn't prioritize things for the black community and black people, that's a person who's really going to sit there and waste your time. We don't have time to recruit folks to try to make them woke within the relationship. We got to get people who's ready, who got their mind right. This sounds like somebody who's went to college and they went to some feminist programs or something. So that sounds like bad news. So I would say be very cautious with that, brother. All right. Let's get a couple of more folks in here, because I will not be on too long, because I'm still working on the film. I've been working and editing. Okay, what's up, Demotivator? Well, okay, we got a. Are you one of these white supremacists I had on the other day, Demotivator? Turn your microphone on, Demotivator.
Can you hear me?
There you go. What's going on, man?
All right. So what do you think about the program back in the 60s, where beyond reparations, there was talk of the new African Republic, which would have been a black ethno state in the South, basically in every county across the South where blacks are in majority?
Yeah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, that wouldn't work. You know why it wouldn't work? Because your community would blow it up and burn it down and poison the water supply the first night it was established. So that would not work at all. It's going to have to be reparations. That's all it's going to have to be. Now, if they want to give us some land grants, give us land or housing grants where we can kind of choose wherever we want, that would be something that's interesting. But it has to be cash. It's going to have to be cash payments. Now, would you oppose cash payments, sir? Demotivator?
I'm
Hello?
sorry, can you repeat that?
I said now it would have to be cash. Now, would you oppose foundational Black Americans getting cash reparations? Is that something that you would oppose or agree with?
If it would make us square, why not?
Make us square as far as what?
Well, I think I was in one of your earlier spaces and you said, this is the work we did to build this country. So I want you to come up with that check because you owe me.
Right.
So if I give you the money, we're even.
Even as far as what?
We repaid you for the work you did.
Okay. Okay. And?
So you asked me if I agree with that, and I said so I'm answering your question. I do.
Yeah, yeah. If you give us the reparations check, yeah, you've made compensation for something that you've aggrieved us with. So you said, are we square? Like, okay, well, what does that mean? Are we square? I don't
Well,
exactly know.
it's like, so, in the sense that square, we can't change the past, but I mean, like, for example, Germany gave, I don't know the exact figure, but it's probably in the billions of
Uh,
dollars to the nation of Israel.
hmm Right? Yeah, yeah. They gave them something that was owed.
So,
So
I mean, I was just bringing up the New African Republic because that was a splinter movement within the Black Power movement, that they wanted the reparations, then they wanted a referendum within the Black community about separating.
that
But
was never a major movement, though. That was a very
no,
fringe.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that was a fringe type of thing. Because look, black people, this is our land. We built this joint, so we're not really trying to go anywhere. This is our homeland, and we just want what's owed to us. We want compensation because our money was taken, our resources was taken, and our labor was taken, and we just want to be compensated for it. Now, as far as being square, I mean, as long as we get our compensation, we won't say anything about the reparations again. But that wouldn't, I don't think that would be a cure all for racism, if you mean by being, if we're fair and square, because racism is a thing that comes from your community. So that's something that you would have to discuss with them. We just want what's owed to us. If you guys are going to still practice racism, talk amongst yourselves on why you're going to do that. Racism is a problem that the dominant society has inflicted on us. And one of the parts of white supremacy is economic deprivation. That's why we can't really get anything together like we want to. So this is why we're saying, as foundational Black Americans, we got to get this money thing together, because y'all giving out our tax dollars to each and every person except the people that's owed. Well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
There you go, my man. All right, well, thank you so much, sir. You have a great night. Yeah, a lot of people have this mentality. Well, if we give y'all reparations, will you guys kind of stop complaining about racism? It's that type of thing. Yeah, if we give you reparations, there won't be no more racism then, huh? Well, that's up to your community to decide. There is no systematic black supremacy. We got systematic white supremacy. You understand? So compensating us will take us to the road of eradicating systematic racial injustice, because making sure that we're good, that's good for the country. Let me be clear to the dominant society. This sick, perverse thing where you want to militarily deprive black people of resources, that just that sickens you, and it just sickens the country. That's why the country is in turmoil the way it is now. It it's a self-deprecating thing. You shoot yourself in the foot. You know why? Because you create a degenerate mentality. In order to be a white supremacist, you have to become a damn degenerate. You have to teach your children how to be degenerates. And that degenerate behavior folds over on itself. That's why so many of the mass shootings happen in your communities. You sit up here and you program these little suspected white supremacists with all of that anti-black hatred, and they take it out on the very people who cultivated that mentality. Evil is evil, just like Frankenstein. I always use that reference. The movie Frankenstein was about a doctor who went and cobbled together a humanoid who was basically a monster, and the monster killed his ass and then went out killing everybody else. So you create Frankenstein monsters with this white supremacy nonsense, and then you already pay a form of reparations for all the military spending to keep black people subjugated. That's your reparations right there. That money can be used constructively instead of paying race soldiers to militarily aim their weapons at us and ambush unarmed black people in the middle of the night and run up in black people's homes, killing them, and then the city has to pay out millions of dollars, and it's just a cluster flop. It's just bad for business. Justice would be much better. Justice would be much better for business. This white supremacy thing ain't working for you. It ain't working for us, and it ain't even working for the dominant society. Another thing, too, because of systematic white supremacy, and you try to segregate yourselves off into these little white supremacist enclaves, what happens is the relationships become very incestuous because your numbers are dwindling. And so you got to start laying up with your cousins and all that stuff. That's what you see in middle America. These people in these little white supremacist enclaves laying up with their cousin, a great grandmama, the auntie, and all this stuff, all of these little hillbilly relationships. And what happens is those incestuous relationships creates more neurological diseases that kills you off faster. Not a good look. Not a good look. It's just best to produce justice. That would make more sense. Let me get some more people in here. All right. And this guy, these nuts, the Chirac King, he's been trying to get on. This is a white supremacist troll here. He's been trying to get on heavy. You've been raising your hand all night, man. What do you have any creative trolling, or are you going to be corny? Come on now. All right. You're not running for office, but go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Planning to give out free weed, free oxygen tanks.
And I'm going to give out free baklava. Okay. When you reach my land, I'm going to give you free baklava and flatbread. Okay.
Planning on
Anyway.
free oxygen tanks, make sure.
Okay. Good Lord. You wannabe white supremacists are just not creative or witty. Let me get some more people in here. All right. Let me get some more folks in here. He's been waving his hand all night to get those lame, corny jokes off. Your jokes fell flat just like your lady's ass. All right. Let's get it popping. Let's get this brother look like Shaquille O'Neal. What's up, intellectual convo? What's up, brother? Intellectual convo. Hop in, brother.
How's it going, brother? I've been following you back in the day since your Mac Lessons days. I wanted to bring up an interesting thought that kind of crossed my mind when the TV show Lovecraft Country was out.
Yeah.
Very interesting, and it made me think about the fact that we're fighting white supremacy on a mental level, a physical level. But what about a spiritual level? Is it possible that the system of white supremacy is actually attacking black people on a spiritual level as well?
Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing, man. The spiritual argument is somewhat valid, but I don't like to use it too much because a lot of black folks use it as a cop out. These white supremacists are physically whooping our asses. We got to figure out how to stop that. We got to figure out how to physically get these white supremacists off of our backs, from subjugating us, from subjugating our families. That's where it is. We got to not try to pray the hate away, because we get into that praying thing a little bit too much. Old Clyburn said something the other day. Clyburn, who these silly Negroes reelected, he capes for Asians. When it comes to Asians and Hispanics, it's all about how much money they gonna get. This fool tweeted something, well, this the anniversary of the shooting at the church, First AME, and we're gonna have a Bible, we're gonna have a large Bible study, we're gonna have a prayer circle. Oh, stop it. No, I'm done, family. We done prayed out. I'm good on prayer circles. and Bible study. We're way past that. Those are cop-outs. Those are cop-outs. And again, I'm all about understanding the spirit. But when I talk about spirit, I want the spirit of some of the people who whooped ass. That's the only spirit I like to talk about. I only want to conjure up the spirit of the foundational Black Americans who was whooping ass. That's why I always talk about the spiritual ancestors like the Seminoles, the Maroons. So I'm doing a movie about the Maroons. That's all I want to hear. I want to hear who was fighting back, who was putting in some damn work. That's the spiritual energy we need. You understand? Because what happens is guys start copping out and start talking about Kundalini energy and root chakras and all of that stuff. And no. Those are cop outs, man. We can't cop out. We gotta man up and deal with the problem as men. You understand? Anyway, y'all, that's been tonight's episode. I appreciate chopping it up with everybody. Don't forget, man, y'all see up in the Tron above. Click that link for the movie American Maroon, the Kickstarter. We got 9 days to reach our goal for the Kickstarter campaign for the film American Maroon. We would love everybody to get involved with that so we can make it happen, because these educational films are very important for the community. We put a lot of work into these films. We don't deal with the white Hollywood establishment. These are for real grassroots projects. We got to have the grassroots community support these projects because we're doing this for us and our babies. So we got to get that support, ladies and gentlemen. We love and appreciate the ones who have supported so far. And we're going to keep the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. So again, we need the community support with the new movie American Maroon. Everybody, please get involved with that so we can make it happen. This is a phenomenal film that's going to be very empowering for your children as well as mine. Family, our babies are under attack. You can't watch cartoons, you can't watch Disney shows no more without there being an agenda in it. They are trying to program our children to make them non-procreative and submissive and docile to white supremacy. We have to counter program our babies, and that's what we're doing now. We got to counter program the babies, man, and the adults too, because there's a lot of adults who need counter programming. Y'all got these old uncles and aunts who's coons in your family. You need to program them too. Okay. I hear my baby in the back making little 2-day-old baby noises. Her little pacifier came out of her mouth. Pacifier fell out of her mouth, so I gotta get on daddy duty here. All right, anyway, y'all, go to my YouTube channel, Tariq Radio. Tariq Radio, that's my YouTube channel.